Hey guys, just flew into Chicago here, getting settled into the hotel because I'm here for Insurance Nerds Day. So all the insurance nerds throughout the country, they're gathering into Chicago here. So just getting settled in, we're gonna be meeting up with some of the speakers tonight just to get together, meet each other in real life for the first time. So let me wrap up here. I'm gonna head downtown and I'm gonna meet up with those speakers. We're starting bright and early for a day packed with some learning labs and some Nerdy Nanotalks is what they're calling. And I'm fortunate enough to give one of these Nerdy Nanotalks. And what my Nerdy Nanotalk is about, man, I love that name, is claims is the place to be.
Insurance Nerds was my crazy dream a few years ago, and this Insurance Nerds Day.
Every morning we're born again. What we do today is what matters most. So Buddha actually came up with the idea for my book, but it's so true. So I just want to remind you guys, today is a new day. Go out and do it.
If I'm trying something new, I don't want to do it. I'm uncomfortable. I'm probably going to fail the first time I do it. I might fail the first 10 times I do it. Hell, I might fail the first 50 times I do it. It never looks good the first time you do it, but if you don't do it once, you can't do it twice.
Because that's the most important thing to claims professionals, is the listening, the caring, and the empathy. Because that's what we're there for, is to help these people through a terrible tragedy.
And then I'll be an analyst, and I'll fail some actuary exams, and I'll pass some CPC, and work my way to underwriting, and then I'll do this portfolio manager thing, which sounds really good, but doesn't have anyone to report to it. And then finally, boom, here you go, here's a team, and that's where I've been the last 8 years. So a very winding path, but all those stops along the way have given me very valuable experience, very valuable contacts, and really made me who I am today. And I feel like that kind of diverse background has really helped me in my job.
Bruce Lee said it best, be like water. Isn't water a good conductor of electricity? Doesn't it carry that electricity flow? If there's a cup, it can fill a cup. If there's a saucer, it can fill a saucer. If there's an ocean, it can fill that ocean. Essentially what we're saying is that management needs to be like water. And if you haven't seen any of my social media, you'll see hashtag Lazy Not Lazy, which is simply this. For you as millennials, it's saying, hey, management, let go. Let me excel. Let me be accountable. Let me do what I can do for you.
The delicate balance of mentoring someone is not to create them in your image, but giving them the opportunity to create themselves. A man with $3.7 billion in net worth sees the value in developing others to be their best self.
Everyone has spoken to you about development, about careers, about how life in insurance is. Here's an interesting fact. I've stumbled into insurance. Life takes you into various paths, and the only advice that I can give you, knowing that I've been in your shoes 4 or 5 years ago, I can say it can be an awesome journey.
What I love about young professionals in the industry today is that there's no conformity of thought. There's this creativity that comes with that. There's a huge dose of creativity that comes from young professionals who are new to the industry, who are seeing things with fresh eyes.
This is what we do. Insurance is a relationship business. Only by connecting will you find the people who are on your board, and you never know when you might be working with these people someday, when they can help you with a role at a company that you're thinking about but you don't know anything about. So start connecting now.
Now, what happens is we start to form these identities and these values in ways that, while we're basing how we identify ourselves in relation to others, we also start to make judgments about others based on how we feel about ourselves. And then we start to connect with and relate to people who are closer to us in our values and our experiences and our identities than others. And this makes our world smaller and smaller and smaller.
We take people's money and promise them that when something bad happens, we'll pay out on that claim. It is trust. But if you look at the research, we're not doing a good job of conveying that to the general public. Studies show that the general public views insurance as about 50% trustworthy. That number drops to 7% in life and health industries. For an industry that's built on trust, we're doing a terrible job of displaying it. And I think as an industry, we need to do a better job of showing that to our insureds, especially. Because if we don't have trust, insurance doesn't exist.
Unfamiliar things make us uncomfortable, and sometimes that efficiency is a good thing. It helps us take mental shortcuts and think faster. But when it comes to growth, creativity, and performance, it's often a bad thing, because what those comfortable shortcuts essentially do is dull our senses and stifle any mental noise. And usually it's in that mental noise that growth and innovation is born.
I want to say that I'm blown away. I'm really blown away. This conference has been a dream for several years. And we tried to sell it to other companies we've worked at. We tried to sell it to other organizations we've partnered with. And we could never get buy-in to do this. And seeing it come together today is truly a dream. So thank you to Gamma and Noel, and thank you for everybody for being here, and all of the speakers who were just awesome. We only asked the same two things that Jose asked of me after opening a door for me. Don't let me down, and pay it forward. Thank you.
So 1,